We're live in Lenape lands, NYC, at the military actually shut down the Lebanon Herald Square. The march, it started marching. Lenape lands for NYC Climate Week. Live. Israel conducted a pager and walkie attack on Lebanon and citizens. This is in tandem with the recent news of Israel shutting down Al-Jazeera and Ramallah in the West Bank and its ongoing siege of Gaza. Yesterday, Lebanon declared that it was the deadliest day of its country since 1989. They're going to the ground in the upper mountains and free Palestine. So yeah, we're just doing here. We're listening on this march. All right, everybody, sorry about that. Lots of people running into stuff. I definitely got unplugged. We are back here in Lenape territory. Again, we were here for Climate Week. We heard that this emergency protest in solidarity with Palestine and Lebanon kicked off, so we came out here just to show you what's going on, show you what New York City's like. So thanks for joining. We're going to be live for a little bit. I'm not sure how long. Definitely a few hundred people in the streets here. You can see all in the stand with Palestine and the occupation now. Just bear with me. Everything's working out how it does. So, again, my name is Lenape, Director of Tactical Media here at NDN Collective. We're out here with a small crew. A lot of our folks are out at Climate Week, different events, meeting different folks. And we just we're here, heard this was going down, figured we'd show you what New York City's like in the streets. Again, people have been out here for a bit. There's a lot going on in New York. I want to be able to fill you in, but I think we'll probably get to there. We're going to be here for a few days trying to attend different events. If you do know what's going on in New York City, you want to give us a hint of where to be at, please go ahead and email tacticalmedia@ndncollective.org, and we'll try to get out to the streets with you, see what's happening. So this event was put on by PYM, Palestinian Youth Movement. And yeah, so we're just out here. That's basically all I got. I'm learning what's happening with you, and we're just going to stick for a second. So let me know where you're watching from again. I don't know. New York City, Lenape territory. Looks like this now. This is the NYPD. Flanking the march, trying to keep it on the sidewalk. From what I've been watching, there's recently police shot somebody who jumped the turnstile. $2.90 charge. 4 police officers go to hunt them down. Person was unarmed. Police said they lunged at him. There's video. You can go watch it on the internet. You're on the internet. Please go ahead. And there's a lot of fury around that as well in New York. Multiple different actions have happened because of that event as well. And on the ongoing genocide in Gaza, people have been mobilized around that. And then recently with the escalation of the pager attacks, walkie talkie attacks, which a lot of people who follow this event, basically terrorism. No way you know who you're targeting when it's just a device. A lot of people are killed, including women and children, including some doctors, because again, it is just a device. You don't really know who holds it. A lot of weird information around that, being like, we know exactly who did this or that, but I don't know how you would know. It's literally just a device that exploded. So back in the street, we're on 3rd Avenue, heading north. You see the NYPD officers and their scooters on the side here, forming a line, making sure the crowd isn't moving the traffic. Although the people are definitely in the road here. Just one lane. It seems like they're giving it to them. From what I've been watching too, the NYPD has not been super excited about people taking roads here, but I think we'll see how they react today. And again, I don't know if this is working. I don't know how well you can hear me, but I'm Lenape, Director of Tactical Media here at the NDN Collective in solidarity with the Palestinian people. I heard this was going on, thrown by PYM, so we're out here bringing this to you. Again, if you want to look at our position paper, the right return is land back. It's NDNcollective.org. Definitely check that out. I'm going to slide off to the side here. See if I can get in front of the march, show you what's going on there. I'm just walking on the sidewalk. It's just New York City. Here we are. So here's the front of the march. there's vehicles in the road. The march, they have to like snake through them. Of course, agnostics moving out of the way. Okay, I don't think we're gonna be live here too long. We just heard this was going on, figured we'd come out. Show you what it looks like here in New York City. We've been in the streets here before. We were at Columbia when that was raided, when students, the occupation there. And we've been following the Palestinian movement for freedom here in the so-called United States. There's a lot of like ongoing like policies being made on different universities to like quash the encampment movement. If you look at like California, they just basically bought a bunch of riot gear, rubber bullets, said it wasn't for the students, and just kind of marched them out. First chance they got. In Minneapolis, where we've been for quite a bit, we were there for when they set up their encampment was then evicted. Well, it was the encampment removed itself, and then it held its ground later. It was set up once, then left. When the police showed up in force, they showed up pretty quickly. Basically that night, that morning that I'm set up, that night they showed up as soon as the dark fell. Then they were promised that the Board of Regents was going to examine the divestment options, and then that was squashed. And they put in a new, there was a president of the university who's basically making sure they don't divest, and so students there are organized as well. Definitely hard to track all the stuff going on with all the stuff that's going on, you know? I can see this. Let's swing into the march here, check out my phone, make sure this is actually working. I'm just trying to track. All right, let's just keep going. Again, I'm just learning what's going on with you all. We came here really intending to go to the protest outside of the United Nations, where Netanyahu is set to speak on the 26th. And so we're planning to be live there. So if you are interested in continuing to follow what's going on here in New York City and Lenape territory, definitely keep following. We saw this pop up. We figured we might as well go check it out. And so we're here now. Again, it's just a march. A few hundred people bringing attention to what's going on in the Middle East. And if you're listening also to the UN conversations happening at the United Nations, they're going on right now. Biden spoke this morning, basically saying there has to be a ceasefire, that this sort of escalation that's going on has to be stopped, that peace has to happen. As you know, as that's being discussed there, the United States is a giant arms. We sell weapons, like what we're best at, I guess. And so we're still selling all the weapons for those things to continue. So, I don't know, that's just how it goes, I guess. And so a lot of the speakers were speaking out against the ongoing genocide in Gaza, the ongoing now the attacks in Lebanon, and of course it's now an exchange back and forth. Always arguments about who started the get. You know, I'm just telling you what's happening right now. And again, the pager attacks. Someone just got out of their car and joined the march. That's always funny. But yeah, the pager attacks, the walkie-talkie attacks, it's very clear terrorism. When you just explode devices, saying you know who holds them, it just doesn't work that way. I don't know if you've left a phone laying around. Somebody else might pick it up. It's a pretty ridiculous idea. And it's interesting to listen to different news agencies report that it was just like a targeted attack. I saw targeted in quotes today, which I assume was them saying somebody else said this because we're not. I think a newspaper headline. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of concern about the ongoing sort of escalation that's happening. And also, a lot of the UN conversations too, if you were listening to the UN conversations, were about Sudan and the ongoing civil war going there, where millions of people are entering famine, and the unrest is continuing, and both sides are being fueled by arms from different countries. Again, this is Climate Week. If we want to talk about climate, war is not very good for the Earth. The biggest polluter in the world is the United States military. They actually also, if you follow that, have said that climate change is a huge concern for them. They're acknowledging that it's going to mess up their warmongering. It's going to, mess up everything. Like right now, we're seeing a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico that's hit the Gulf of Mexico water, which is extremely warm, which is causing the hurricane to basically swell. It's like a Category 3 now. And that's because of how warm the water is. All those things are really predicted, discussed, written about, and now they're just happening. So again, we're here at Anti-War March. War is just really not great for the climate. I don't know how to say it better. We can go into the United States involvement in Iraq, littering the ground with depleted uranium everywhere, just polluting all the earth as they're firing their weapons, our weapons, I guess I'm here in the United States. And it's just left there. And the sort of the death that they've caused by just the weapons that are left behind after they've been fired, the ammunition, the shells, the rounds, is unprecedented. They're still trying to sort of put a number to how much death that has caused. Which isn't, hold on, I'm just totally messing with you. Isn't great. Isn't a great thing. Right now, it sounds like Israel's moving into the West Bank. Again, using aerial bombardment. A bomb is it's accurate in the sense, like laser guided bombs, but also it explodes. They're bombing different places where civilians are located, raiding schools. They just raided Al-Jazeera, shutting it down. This is saying that Al-Jazeera is fueling the anti-war protests that are going on in Israel by Israelis. Massive protests have been going on there for a long time now. And so I just wanted to update on this really quick. I'm now on this side, you can't see nothing. Let me get to the front here. I'm going to take a look at my phone, see what's going on. Again, we're in town for Climate Week. Really important. We're trying to have conversations about indigenous-led solutions. 80% of biodiversity in the world is held by indigenous people. And that very landmass is what can really save us, is we can figure out how to actually protect it over exploit it, make it productive, as likes to be said by many people. We have this land isn't being used, but it's already sacred by it being there, and it's already keeping you alive by it just being there, and somehow that is not acknowledged. And so there's a lot of conversations about indigenous solutions, empowering indigenous people with self-determination, and it's also empowering them for self-defense. A lot of targeted killings of indigenous people in South America, Central America, as different entities are trying to take over land to exploit it for different productions, be it oil productions, cattle production. They're trying to take this land because they want to make it productive, while indigenous people are this is actually already producing our life, it's keeping us alive by existing, and our duty is to protect it. And so again, we're just here. I'm just telling you stuff off the top of my head. We're marching. This march is going. It has the street. We're on a side street here, East 45th, heading west right now. Again, there is NYPD officers in the front monitoring what's going on. And right now it seems like they're fine with the march going. They're not interfering too much. I'm not sure if the organizers were in conversation. I have no idea. I'm just learning here. try to get to the front again. If I get to the front, it's kind of, we'll see. We're in the front of the march. Again, I think it's important that we show people what's going on in the streets. A lot of time the news is covering the most sort of extravagant information. You don't know that people are actually still mobilizing, still organizing, and still taking to the streets, trying to make sure people are clear that there is people here in the United States who want the genocide to stop, want the aggression to stop. They're continually mobilized here in New York City all the time from what I've been watching. So it's good to be here, to be back. Again, we were here when Columbia Heinz Hall was taken and then raided by the police with like a massive force. They took a vehicle, drove it up, broke through the windows, and basically took that building back by force. So it was pretty intense. That was the last time I think we were here. So we're kind of back now. Again, we're here for Climate Week. Other conversations about the climate, but again, war is not good for the climate at all. Not good for the earth, not good for the land. Because look and see what's going on even in Ukraine. The landmass itself is just being decimated as people are creating like different defensive works, trying to defend themselves from, of course, to stay alive. But in doing so, you're just destroying what's there. And so again, if your analysis doesn't have anti-war in your climate analysis, I don't know. Maybe a good conversation to have with you or some friends. Hey. All right, let me do this one time. My name is Lorenzo Seta, Director of Tactical Media here at the NDN Collective. My pronouns are they, them, Chicane, X. Yeah, in this march with you all. Thanks for coming. I think we're heading back to where it started. Again, I don't think we're going to stay alive too long. I just thought it'd be good to give you a view of the street, let you know what's going on out here. So you got the NYPD. Trying to move into the front here. Give me a second. Yeah, let's say we'll probably be up for another 30 minutes or so at max. I'm just going to go ahead and just give you a view of the march. I'm not going to say too much for a second.
Put your chest in it. Viva, viva Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina!
The big bus.
Palestina! Lucha, lucha, Palestina! Palestine is our demand! Palestine is our demand! No peace on stolen land! No peace on stolen land! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! If we don't get no justice! I said if we don't get no justice! Then you don't get no peace! I got a microphone and y'all got quieter. If we don't get no justice! don't get no justice, then they don't get no peace. We want justice, you say how? We want justice, you say how? Stop bombing Gaza now! Stop bombing Gaza now! We want justice, you say how? We want justice, you say how? Stop bombing Lebanon now! Stop bombing Lebanon now! We want justice, you say how?
Again, also we know there's a lot of climate actions going on this week, so again, if you are hearing about them and know about them, please go ahead and reach out. We'll do our best to try to make it there, again, showing you what's going on. As these conversations about climate are going on, there's people also trying to intervene with climate finance, or anti-climate finance, basically oil and gas finance, trying to bring attention to the different entities that are invested in continuing, I don't know, the out-of-control climate change we're living through, you know. Again, if you have not been really paying attention, the amount of, like, this massive storms is accelerating pretty clearly now. You're probably living in a place that you know, used to get a lot more snow. Here, the feeling companies went to be like a pretty cold one, so we'll see. You know, again, cycles, but it's definitely tipped. Last winter in Minnesota was not super. Oh no, it was just way different than it has been. It's always hard to say this is the way it's always going to be. Because climate is a long, giant term thing, and weather is like the immediacy. And so the climate changes, the averages go up, right? And then weather is just what's happening that day. But sort of like monitoring it over for years and years, it's clear that the Earth is warming, right? And so I think, and then with that, monitoring the amount of extreme storms and so on, the climate is like producing more and more extreme storms, which a lot of people were predicting because it's the climate warms. It's going to fuel storms even further, and that's kind of what we're seeing. So if you look, there's like the ocean temperature right now is like record highs, and so a lot of people are concerned, have been concerned for a long time. And there's a lot of the different actions that are happening are bringing attention that oil and gas companies knew this was happening. I knew it was happening for a long time, had done studies about it, and basically have been trying to figure out how to like minimize the information from getting to people so they can continue to like have their fossil fuel economy. You know, again, the interest of money always over the interest of the people. But hey, I guess everyone has a car. I don't know. But yeah, so I think it's important that people understand that too. This like, people are always like, well, the weather. It's like, oh, that weather is the thing that they're like writing down to what it was like that day. And then the climate is the gauge of all those events over a long period of time. And those events of the stronger storms, stronger flooding, this rainstorm, like there's like, I feel like people, it's so hard to kind of watch all this stuff. So I understand that people probably don't like know this is all happening. But the amount of storms that have happened even in the United States, there are 1,000-year storms. They're called like once in 1,000 years. There'll be a storm like this. They're happening every few years now, like 5 years, you know. So all those measurements are wrong. They're changing because the climate is changing because humans are living here and we build things like this. You know, which is probably a really good idea when it happened, but it turns out it really changes the environment. People love New York City. It's all right. But yeah, so again, the people are trying to figure out solutions. NDN Collective is here with a lot of other indigenous orgs as well, just trying to bring attention to the fact that 80% of biodiversity in the world is held by indigenous people. And that's really what's going to save us, is like saving the earth, you know? So, hey, that's all I'm going to say about that. Back to where we're at. Okay, this is emergency action to bring attention to. All right, so we're gonna get back to it. Again, so we're here. We're in this march. I think we're probably winding towards the end. I don't know where we're going. I think it's getting brighter. Again, if you're listening to the UN speeches, I'm just referencing them because I feel like people give authority to different groups of people. And so if you listen to the UN speeches, they're all pretty much against the escalating wars in the Middle East, speaking against Israel's treatment of the Palestinians. Again, we call it a genocide here. And again, if you look at our stance, the right return is land back. But so, this was called by PYM. I think there might be more orgs. I'll go look at the flyer in the front, the banner. I saw the orgs at the bottom right. See if I can make sure I get that for you correctly. Again, my name is Lenape, I'm the director of tactical media here. Basically, just like your voice in the street for you all. The NDN Collective folks who follow us. At times, definitely other crews, other people. We have a really great communications department who's always doing work too. And here's the front of the march. Banners, PYM, Palestinian Youth Movement, what is up? We spoke to a few other organizers in Detroit. There's a giant. Where's Detroit? I apologize, I got that wrong. A lot of places. It's always good to see them out in the streets. Solidarity is always. Some down silver. Hey.
Say it loud, say it clear. Liberation is here. Say it clear and say it loud. Say it clear and say it loud.
You can see how big the march is. I'm not going to wait till the end because I'll never get back to the front. Yeah, I'm gonna get moved back to the front. You can see it just kind of goes on and on. So this is Lenape territory, New York City. Again, me as Lenape said I just told you my name again for some reason. I've been in New York a few times for different movement events, and so it's good to be back. Thanks for welcoming me. I don't know who's welcoming me, but I wanted to say it anyways. Feel welcomed here. It's always nice to be back in New York City. Seeing the people in the streets, always throwing down for the people, for the causes that are important. Okay, so it looks like we're going to a recruiting station here. I think Broadway, West 43rd. I think it's I don't know. I never came to this part when I lived here, so you know. This is not where I hung out. Honestly, I guess I was in the island a lot. I'm going to try to get to the front and see what's going on. So yeah, there's been actions at recruiting stations. I think they've been happening. NY Educators for Palestine. Do you want to talk about your son now? Do you want whatever you want to say? People like, you probably know what's going on. People probably don't. So it's up to you. With an organization called the NDN Collective.
Okay, I follow the NDN Collective.
Yeah. And we're in solidarity with Palestine. But I understand too. I just wanted Free Palestine. So the sign means Free Palestine. Respect. Thank you. It's like we're in Times Square. There is no someone who wants revolution. There is only one solution. Revolution. One solution. Red ball. That's right. Oh yeah. I heard there's a bunch of indigenous advertisers down here. I'm gonna check them out. Resball wants to definitely share. Alright everybody, well, you want to be out here, I'm going to step out to the side here. We're going to take this feed down in 1 second. Really thankful to be out here in the streets with the people. Free Palestine. Again, we're the NDN Collective. We're here for Climate Week. We're having a lot of meetings about climate. Again, if you don't know, war is a big climate issue. And so definitely anti-war. And if you want to hear our stance on Palestine, you can go to our website, NDNcollective.org. Read the right to return is land back. Land back for the people all day. Again, my name is Lenape, Director of Tactical Media here at the NDN Collective. Really thankful to be out here in the streets with you. We'll see you all week. Again, if you do know that stuff is going on, please reach out to our organization on our platform. You can follow us at NDNcollective.org, NDN Collective on I think all the social media. So whatever your flavor is, go get a hold of it. And we'll see you soon.